in here.
Yeah.
Um,
Back live. How
come
many
on.
of these that we've done?
I think this is gonna be our sixth.
5 or 6.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's going live. I think on Instagram. It always takes a second. All right, we are live now on both and YouTube as well. What's up,
Great.
everyone?
Hello, hello.
Let's see here. Let's go live. It says we're live, but yeah. Now I can see everybody's comments, everybody who joins in. Right
Cool.
now, it's just us. It's just you and I.
I know that's probably how it's going to be for the next couple of minutes, but
It's
oh yeah,
okay.
there was a countdown here. Behind the glove is almost live. Share it so people can see it.
Yeah, we had the countdown.
Cool.
It's okay. It's been like over a month. So um, we got everybody hyped up before the holidays and then left them hanging for like a month or so with no live. But we did have someone join us,
Okay.
Conroy Ross.
Cool.
I'm Conroy. Just waiting for some more people to kind of join in or trickle in, and then just gonna start getting into the origin story. But yeah, so Mike had the idea of doing the live about what 2 months ago now,
Yeah,
almost.
probably. Yeah, I think like me and you meet all the time. I mean, at least once a week, twice a week, and just chat about the company. You know, what we're working on, new products, sports, golf, everything. So we just decided to like, why don't we turn one of those meetings into like a live session and invite others to participate and uh, yeah, just open it up. Try to do more of this kind of thing and show the people behind the brand and the products. So
That's right. But yeah, so we were gone from before the holidays. We're coming back. We've been a little busy. Mike went to London. I had my family stuff here in San Diego. Um, but we've been working hard on some new products. So got some new stuff coming out. And as you guys can tell, this one's called the Origin One. So this can be the origin story of the new glove that will be coming out, the Origin One. So I know Mike will give some more details on that, on specifics on what day we want to launch them. Um, and I know we're going to do like a pre-launch for some of our VIPs as well. So stay tuned for some of that stuff coming out as well.
yeah, maybe a giveaway would be good too. I was thinking about that. It's been
I think
crushing that 2,000 followers that we really need to get.
that's what I was thinking about too. I'm like, we're right there to 2,000 followers, so we might as well maybe
We're
do
so close.
some giveaway. I mean, we can do one for like if a guy wins or a girl wins. We got the women's and the men's stuff, so bring the ladies into this one. So
Totally.
yeah.
Hey, Izzy, just before we start, because we've been doing these. This is probably like our fifth or sixth live, and we actually put these on YouTube sometimes too. If you ever want to look back and watch them, maybe we just do like a super quick intro where
Yeah.
about of us, yeah, where we're based, and then we'll dive into the new product.
All right. You want to
You want
start us off?
to- Okay, yeah.
Oh, I go first. Save the best for last.
Well, I appreciate that, dude.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
My name is Israel. I'm based here in San Diego, California. I am a photographer. I also do some bartending on the side, but I joined Dada Funk. What was it in like August? I think August is when we started working together. I had done some photo shoots before that, but I joined the team in August, and it's been a really good time. Just trying to create good content for you guys. But yeah, that's my background. I've been golfing. I'm a COVID golfer, so I'm hated by some, loved by some others. So, but I do love the game. I started off with the having fun, drinking with friends, but now I really love the game and I take it really seriously. Not too serious, obviously, because I'm not pro, but I do want to like break 80 and get and reach those goals, which are very difficult, as most of you know. Um, but yeah, I just fell in love with this glove. I had seen a post of the Red Game one and reached out to Mike, and the relationship has flourished since then. So it's been great.
Awesome, man. Yeah, all the cool photos, everything like that that you see, a lot of the media that we do, that's all Izzy. So, um, yeah, it's been awesome to have him. Yeah, I'll dive into my side. My name's Mike. I started this business 2 or 3 years ago, probably, I guess, as like incubating it. And I kind of came by it honestly because I was building gloves for another company, another brand, and um, I really had a vision where I wanted to take it somewhere else, and that's kind of what I started when that company. I left that company, and I kind of set out around the world to make that happen. So I wanted to go to the manufacturers and dive pretty deep into building like a great sport glove, starting with golf, and that's what I did over the course of about a year and a half, back and forth. And then we officially launched our products at this stage about a year and a half ago. It's been so last year was our first full year, and we've just been growing the company steadily since then. So we had a really good year last year. Got to test out a bunch of different things, some ups and downs, of course, but very excited for this year as well because, yeah, we've got a lot of more people on board. Izzy's one of them. We have Jeff coming on board as well to do some sales. We got Dave doing sales. So we're growing the team. Things are really exciting. I'm a huge, like, lifelong kind of sports fan. Uh, Similar to Izzy, I would say I'm more of a COVID golfer, although I did it when I was a kid as well. I got back into the game around that point in time. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it from my side. I mean, beyond that, I'm I love the kind of design manufacturing side of it. So that's what I'm hoping to really bring to the table here.
Awesome.
Um, cool. Well, where do we want to go from there, Matt?
Well, since
People
you're
want to
into
see. Yeah.
manufacturing design, I know we've been letting people know about this new glove. I don't think we're going to show the glove today. I don't think we've decided to show the glove. I know some of you may have seen some sneak peeks out there, but we haven't officially dropped the glove just yet. There's the packaging, beautiful packaging, so you get an idea. But yeah, we're not ready to just fully reveal the glove 100%. And like I said, some of you will see it ahead of time. That's okay. But we're gonna talk about a little bit about the origin story here of the glove. You know, the design behind it, the inspiration. The manufacturing side, all the hoops. Mike had to jump through to make this glove happen. So
Yeah, I think I'd start that too by saying, like, we're kind of on a mission. We're pretty inspired by these like 80s, 90s sportswear brands, that were built in that era. And I think they did a great job of turning, let's say it's a sneaker, into just kind of a commodity product into something that people really want the next model of. And that's kind of been our vision here. So we came out with some really cool models last year. We're not going to keep carrying them all. Like, we're going to go forward with new models and make improvements and things like that. And this is one of the ones that we did. And uh, yeah, we really wanted to come up with kind of like a story that encapsulates this glove and kind of the battle that it took to get here. And that's why it's called kind of origin in a way, because it's going backwards to go forwards. But the glove is concepted around this idea that's obviously in golf of the game is really you versus yourself. So whether you're at the tee box, whether you're taking a shot, taking a swing, like, it's it's really you against yourself in that moment. And of course you have competitors and you can play with friends or competitively, but this whole journey about building a company and um, trying to make something happen, like, that's what it is, a mental battle too. And I think that was like where this past year has been really very rewarding but tough from a business perspective. And it kind of all comes together with this glove, and the way that we kind of market it and package it. um, yeah, so that's the concept behind it.
yeah, it's kind of like the a perfect timing, as like. Yeah, I mean, this year too is going to come with many more struggles and things going on, as behind the scenes here. But I think it's perfect that we have a glove like this to keep us moving forward, kind of keep us inspired, keep us, right frame of mind of why we continue to do this. Like me in the creative side, I have my own, inner struggles and mental battles when it comes to creating something, as well as you when there's the mental battle of how much do I order? What do I, this colorway doesn't work. It's continuous back and forth. And um, I think it really ties into the game of golf. So
Yeah.
really like how those two tie together. And I know a lot of people are going to be sad. I know we were talking about this about some of the gloves not being available from last season. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we are kind of. Yeah, that's a good point to bring up, because I guess what we can say about that is what we want to do is like experiment with a lot of different colorways, materials, features. But for those who loved, for example, like the Classic 31, that's a good example. We've already had some people reach out, be like, "Oh, is that coming back? I'm not sure if I want to try the new one or if I would order that one again." I think there is a lot of, and it makes sense, because I think when you find a great glove, you're used to that fit, you're used to that feel, like you want that performance orientation of it. You don't want to throw something new into your game, and you kind of settle on the glove you like. I do want to say that most of the gloves that we're putting out, they feel and fit consistently with last year's models. There's not been that much change that we've done in fit. It's more like material allocation, some experimentation. And so we really love people and like encourage people to try the new ones. I think that's really what we want, is to have like maybe some faith behind us as like, designers, I guess, like sportswear designers, to really buy into like the new products coming in. So that's a big thing. But they're going to all go in the vault. So it's not impossible that we pull these gloves out here and there. And I think that's like a cool angle.
People will be happy to hear that one.
Yeah. And I think that's something like, okay, we can transition to, because I think we should show people like some really cool stuff that is coming more than just the packaging, because even though it's cool, but I think that lends to our ability, like this interconnectedness we want to play with around collectability in sports, and I think we've made some really unique products that are, of course, playable, but also equally collectible. And to take that further, we are introducing a new concept, and that's what we're going to show now too, I guess. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
So yeah, one thing that's going to be included with the Origin one, and probably going forward, we want to make this kind of a thing, is for each glove of the first 100 orders, you're going to get a collectible trading card. so actually, this kind of gives away the look of the glove, so we can't show that,
They can see it. It's not like the real thing in your hand. So, but yes, it's very close.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there's like this thing, growing up. I mean, we've talked about this before, Izzy, but like there's something about sports and collectability. Like when I was a kid, I loved, hockey cards, for example, but I also loved Pokemon cards. Like I loved that side of sports, where you can like have something signed by somebody. You can have an old jersey. I have like a Yager jersey, this is just as a hockey thing. But those are just cool things that, like, I don't know, there's something there in the sports mind, and I don't feel enough brands are kind of doing that.
Yeah, at all, really. I mean, they have like the stickers, which I collect stickers, but I think this is bringing back like that nostalgic feel of a trading card, which I haven't seen in quite a while. I mean, obviously it's big now because of like it's getting big again with Pokemon and all that. But I mean, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! I had Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, I had some Pokemon cards, and so it's that nostalgic feel that I think a lot of us love to have in the brands that we like to rock nowadays. It's like okay, this brand matches my feel or what I enjoy. It's bringing back something that I hadn't felt in a long time. So when brands are able to do that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that. That's well said. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I think people did it with like they tried it with the NFTs. I feel like that was a thing. It's kind of like gone, and
I didn't understand it that well.
Yeah. Well, this collectible, you can hold it in your hand. That's what we can offer you.
It's real.
It's real. But yeah, it's just giving people like a incentive also to just grab the gloves when we release them, because that's not going to be with every glove. We only made 100 of them. So yeah, it's just like a really cool thing that we're trying to introduce.
I love it. I can't wait to get my hands. I'm gonna be one of the first to buy. I'm gonna have to get that.
Did I send you a trading card?
No,
Oh, God,
I don't have
okay.
a trading card yet.
Okay, you do get one of the 100. Sorry to anybody else who's definitely has to go to Izzy.
I need one of those. But no, that's really cool. So the trading card is gonna be in like a nice little plus with that. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember my stepdad had like a huge collection of baseball cards, and then they were stolen, and it was probably like thousands and $1,000 worth of like baseball cards because it was handed down to him from his grandfather. So there were some gems in there, and I was just like, it's sad. It is sad. So
That's tragic.
yeah, it's very tragic.
How did they get stolen?
I don't remember. I think he had them like it was in a storage unit or something. Something happened, but they got stolen. I was young and just them being stolen. I was just like, that's terrible. Maybe we'll get to the point where someday Data Funk binder full of trading cards will be stolen and sold for thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's the goal.
Yeah. If that happens and they sell for hundreds of thousands, dude, we're laughing anyway. We're laughing.
And once we sponsor some PGA pros, they get their own trading card, and people can get it signed. This is a long game. I think those ideas that flourish it's a long game. All right, we got a couple comments.
We got a couple comments.
Someone said Yu-Gi-Oh. That's right. Jamal Walker said no staff discount.
Yeah, he gets a staff discount. Yeah.
All right, you get the staff discount.
You get a staff discount too, Jamal.
And he's asking, what are you most proud about this glove? That's a great question. What are you most proud about, Mike?
It's probably going to sound corny. Like, it's not necessarily performance based, even though like this is a performance glove. I don't know. This year has been tough. It's our first year as a full business, and we've done really well, but we've had just issues, things like tariffs, some supplier issues. Like we've had stuff where I keep getting to a certain level, and it's just like getting cut down and kind of back to square one. And just I think persevering through that, like it's been a tough mental battle. This is my first business I would say that I'm 100% owner in, and like on the entrepreneurial journey. And yeah, that mental battle has been a grind. And I think when these products arrived and you kind of read the back of the package and you kind of hear the story and relate it to sports, yeah, that was kind of a proud moment. It's always a proud moment when like the product arrives and you just get to look at it and hold it and you're like, yeah, this came together really well. So I'm excited about this one. Yeah, this is a really cool product, and it's, I would say, Izzy, like when we do show more of the glove, it's kind of a classic look, but it is like, there are elements that really make it unique, I would say.
There's some Data Funk sprinkled in there for sure.
Exactly. Okay, yeah, that's the answer to Jamel. And then AirDub B Golf. Hear me out. Next glove called Exo Data from Exodia comes with 1 of 5 cards where all 5 cards connect. What's Exodia? Do you know what that is?
I don't know what Exodia is. We're gonna have to check it out. We're sorry what it is, but we're gonna have to check that out.
Okay, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah.
It's been so long since I've had Yu-Gi-Oh cards that that part of my childhood has been almost nearly erased.
That's fire. I get it. So you place the cards together. Yeah, this is pretty dope. And they form like a giant creature.
I like that. Now we gotta drop 5 gloves in 1 year. Is that what he's trying to tell us? 5 gloves in 1 year, and 1 year they connect.
Well, or we kind of randomly put them in. So you kind of have, you kind of either have to buy 5 or you have to keep buying them until you get the ones that piece it all together, or you have to trade for them. Dude, this is a great idea. Yeah, he does get credit for that.
All right, let's go. Erdub golf.
Appreciate you, man.
That'd be really fun.
That's cool.
We need to bring back like maybe one of these lives we can play a game of Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. I don't know. Do something fun.
Did you actually play the game itself, or
I think I did like once, but I wasn't. No, you just get the cards and you're like, it's like marbles. Like, oh, when marbles were like really big for a while, I remember like in my school, marbles were like a big thing. You used to play marbles in elementary school, like recess, and so like you'd have your bag of marbles,
like a round marble.
Yeah, a round marble, and you do like the circle thing and like try to knock it out and stuff. But I remember we used to trade marbles. Like, oh, you have that one? Oh, I got like 5 of these. I'll give you one of these for that. And you used to trade marbles. And I'm like, it was just a different time. Like very, very different time. I don't know what kids do like that nowadays, that they trade with each other, that they have, that they would be like, oh, I'll trade you this for that. Like it doesn't really exist much anymore.
Yeah, like I mean, for us, like, yeah, with the trading marbles is hilarious, dude. But with the trading cards, yeah, like we mostly just used to like rip each other off. Basically, it was like who knew which cards were more valuable because you didn't really have the internet.
I sold the marble for $20 when I was like 11. I was like, this marble's rare, and I sold it to another kid who had $20 from his mom. And yeah, I got in trouble for that one.
With inflation, man, that's a pretty good price that you're
getting. Yeah, 11 years old, selling a marble for $20. pretty good.
Okay, we got another question here. How many new products are you expecting to drop this year? Probably we have 3 that are almost arrived. Obviously the Origin one. We've got 2 ladies gloves. And then we're bringing in at least 2 more to kind of start the season. So that's a total of about 5. And then we're working on some big things too with like performance materials.
That's right.
I'm going to be in I'm planning stages now, but I'm going to be in Asia with the manufacturers and to start working like more in depth on that. And yeah, that's something that like hopefully like we'll do quite a bit of sharing about. I need to be better at that, but kind of take people through that journey. So we have some really cool like materials that we're going to experiment with. Yeah, and we've talked about that a bit before, but yeah, so that's somewhere between 5-6 products probably this year as a maximum.
So yeah, next week maybe we come on here also and chat about the women's gloves. Make it, I know we want to kind of talk a little bit of behind the materials, like you had said, the Classic 31 was a good one to compare. Like that's the one I was playing for quite a while. You sent me the demo version of the Origin one. It wasn't the complete Origin one yet, but basically like the demo, just not the colorway. And I've been playing that glove since, and like you said, it's true to fit. Like it's a great glove, and I love it. And like it's really grown on me. I really love the classic gloves and like the red game as well. So it's hard for me to want to make that change, just like everybody else. You like a glove, but I think that's something you've done really well. It's like it's true to fit, and it's just great quality glove, and so it's been great for me. I've played it like 7 rounds, not a tear, nothing wrong with it. So, and that goes into how you take care of the gloves as well. It is a great quality glove. So, also excited to see if you're bringing on some new technology and some new materials when you're out. I think you said you're going to be. Is it a month in Indonesia?
Yeah, probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, so that'll be super exciting to see what they got there and what's next. But yeah, I think next week we can hop into kind of talking a little bit about what features are in the glove before we like release it, and then I think we also kind of show off the women's glove, the ladies' glove, kind of talk a little bit about the origin story behind that, like what got you starting into making a women's glove, I know the last women's glove did really, really well. So talk a little bit about that and why we think it went really well. And I think this one's going to be great too because you added different colorways, which are going to be really nice. And it is a performance glove as well. So
Yeah. Dude, that sounds great with me. Let's do that. So yeah, we try to keep these like I'd say 20, 30 minutes, like even 15 to 30 minutes. And hopefully that's a good introduction for you guys, a little bit about the story behind things, where we're at, and the reasons we're doing these lives. And as Izzy said, yeah, it'd be great to see you next week, and we'll talk more about showing off the features and ladies and everything else.
Yeah, if it was up to us, me and Mike can talk for like an hour, easy.
We're gonna get off this and just like chat.
We're not gonna do that to y'all. So, yeah, the Origin one. Show them that packaging again one more time. Get them hyped up. It's coming really soon, guys. So look out. We'll be throwing some more promo out there. I know some of you may have the glove already and are doing some videos. So thank you guys for that.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see you next week. Next week I will be there's the trading card. I love it. Can't wait to get my hands on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week I will be in Phoenix for the waste management. I'll be here I'll be available for the live, as I don't go until Saturday. But maybe I'll hop in on Saturday, just random do a live if anybody wants to join, and I'll show you what it's like at waste management as well. So I'll remind you guys next week, and then I'll just hop on the Data Funk live and just kind of show the field at waste management. Maybe this Sunday too, because I'm actually going to the Farmers Open now.
Izzy too. Like if anyone's there at waste management, probably like you'll have some gloves and stuff, right? Yeah. So just DM us or DM Izzy. He's got his socials right there. Well, your socials are kind of around the account and stuff too.
Yeah. I'll trench code it. Just even DM the Data Funk page, but I'll be the guy with the trench coat, slinging gloves at waste management. By me, in the corner, in like maybe like hole 8. I don't think anybody ever hangs out at hole 8 at waste management. There's like a huge part of the course that is just not utilized during waste management. Everyone's by like 16 in that area.
Yeah, with the trench coat.
But all right, guys.
Cards. Okay, cool. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for the questions. Yeah, we look forward to catching up again. Appreciate all the support.
See you guys next week.